y'all. Uncle Mike is still on vacation. Hold up, y'all. You mean to tell me Diddy just cannot... Diddy can't get right. Did he get right? Nope. Diddy can't get right. Diddy can't get right. Dude. You mean to tell me that Diddy has actually trying to fight the FBI now? Dude. Okay, I'm ready now, y'all. I was trying to get ready. Look here, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Now, y'all know he had to go get some work done on his knee and all this stuff and everything. And then all of a sudden, now Diddy's engaged in a fight with the FBI agent it was a surprise raid on his prison cell. Dude, you in jail, dummy. If you are doing something you had no business doing and they gonna raid your cell, why are you fighting somebody? Why are you fighting in the jail? Oh my God, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let's check this bad boy out. Here we go, man.
As the legal drama surrounding Sean Diddy Combs continues to captivate the public, a massive operation took place at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn. While at first glance it may have seemed like a routine safety check or a simple security sweep, the truth behind this operation was far more intricate and alarming. Authorities had sent in a coordinated force involving 9 specialized units, tactical teams, and a sizable presence of federal agents. The mission was far from ordinary. In fact, it was one of the most high-profile operations in recent memory, tied directly to one of the most influential and controversial figures in entertainment today, Diddy himself. It's no coincidence that the raid occurred in the very same facility where Diddy, a man who built an empire on fame, wealth, and influence, is currently being detained. His name alone carries enough weight to grab headlines, but behind the scenes, his situation at MDC Brooklyn has become a reflection of the broader issues that plague the American federal prison system. The raid at MDC Brooklyn, a tactical show of force reports from those who were inside the facility during the raid, paint a vivid picture of the intense operation. It wasn't just a simple walkthrough or a procedural inspection. Instead, it felt like something straight out of an action movie. Armed federal agents flooded the hallways, moving swiftly and decisively. Dog teams were brought in to sniff through every corner of the building, checking cells, searching for contraband, and ensuring that nothing was overlooked.
Hey guys, Uncle Mike here with big news. YouTube has changed my life, and now it's your turn. See, Uncle Mike was tired of being broke after every payday. So I decided to do something about it. So I invested over about $9,000 in YouTube courses and online coaching. Man, I was determined to change. But guess what? None of these systems gave me the one-on-one coaching that I needed. So I created my own YouTube course with the help that you need to make sure that you succeed. If you're ready to learn and you're not afraid to put in the work, you too can make a real change. Sign up now and Uncle Mike will send you the 4 videos that got me started. 100% free. Click the word more below and look for our YouTube growth system. That's our course. Now, let's get back to this video.
This operation took place amid growing scrutiny surrounding Diddy's criminal case, which includes serious allegations of witness tampering, illegal activity behind bars, and attempts to influence the outcome of his case through unconventional means. Some speculated that the raid was an attempt to uncover hard evidence against him, while others believed it was a warning to both Diddy and others involved in high-profile legal cases, reminding them that the justice system is still in control. Diddy's life behind bars, a stark contrast to his former world. For those who only know Diddy as the mogul who once threw extravagant parties attended by Hollywood elites, it's jarring to imagine him in a place like MDC Brooklyn. This federal detention center is infamous for its overcrowding, poor living conditions, and lack of basic amenities. It has been described by many as a hell on earth for inmates, where power outages in the winter leave prisoners freezing and rats outnumber security guards. The facility has become notorious for its
Did he say that the rats outnumber the security guards? God damn!
inmates, where power outages in the winter leave prisoners freezing and rats outnumber security guards. The facility has become notorious for its inhumane treatment of inmates, making it the last place any person, especially someone like Diddy, would want to end up. And yet, despite his millions of dollars, private jets, and luxurious lifestyle, Diddy now finds himself in the same conditions as many others who have no wealth, influence, or global fan base. His fall from the heights of success to the grim reality of MDC Brooklyn is a testament to the stark contrast between the world of the rich and the world of those caught in the broken prison system. It's a bitter irony that someone who once threw lavish events at his homes and owned multi-million-dollar properties is now being forced to navigate the cruel and dangerous world of a federal detention center. For Diddy, this must be a surreal experience, but it's also a reflection of the power dynamics at play when an individual with significant wealth and resources is suddenly thrust into the system. The legal struggle, a battle for bail. The legal proceedings surrounding Diddy's case have been anything but straightforward. Despite the serious nature of the charges he faces, his team of high-powered lawyers has been working tirelessly to ensure that he has the best possible chance at securing bail. This is where Diddy's financial power and legal resources come into play. With a team of some of the best legal minds in the country, Diddy is able to present new evidence and arguments at his bail hearings that have taken place every month with little success. Each month, Diddy's legal team presents fresh information to the court, arguing that new evidence warrants a reconsideration of his bail status. This has led to a somewhat unusual situation where he continues to be granted hearings, despite the severity of the charges against him. The strategy is clear. By continuously providing the court with new information and reasons for granting bail, Diddy's lawyers hope to wear down the opposition. But as the hearings continue, the question remains, will it be enough to free him? Or is this just a stalling tactic? While Diddy's defense team argues that his continued detention in MDC Brooklyn is inhumane and counterproductive, the judge overseeing his case has remained steadfast in denying his bail requests. His legal team has cited the horrendous conditions inside MDC Brooklyn as a key reason why Diddy should be released on bail, claiming that these conditions are detrimental to his ability to prepare for trial. The bigger picture: corruption and neglect at MDC Brooklyn. Diddy's case may have put a spotlight on MDC Brooklyn, but the facility itself has long been under scrutiny for its systemic issues. Allegations of corruption, neglect, and abuse have been reported at the facility for years, and the recent raid only underscored the deep-rooted problems within the institution. The prison's poor conditions, coupled with reports of staff involvement in smuggling contraband and illegal activities, paint a grim picture of life behind bars for all inmates, not just the high-profile ones like Diddy. The history of corruption within MDC Brooklyn is well documented. In recent years, several staff members have been arrested and charged with everything from taking bribes to facilitating the smuggling of contraband. These incidents raise serious questions about the integrity of the Bureau of Prisons and its ability to maintain control over its facilities. The raid at MDC Brooklyn, while perhaps aimed at uncovering evidence against Diddy, also serves as a reminder of the larger systemic issues at play within the federal prison system. Despite all the attention that Diddy's case has garnered, the reality is that many other inmates at MDC Brooklyn are dealing with the same harsh conditions, but without the same legal resources or public spotlight. For these individuals, the raid and the media attention it brought were just another day in an already brutal existence. The role of media and public perception. The media has played a significant role in shaping public opinion about Diddy's legal situation. With the headlines continuously shifting and changing, it can be difficult to discern the truth from the sensationalized reporting. For Diddy, the media circus has been both a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, his high profile has ensured that his case receives constant coverage, keeping him in the public eye. On the other hand, the media has also painted him as a controversial figure, with many of the allegations against him being magnified under the scrutiny of the press. While the public continues to debate Diddy's guilt or innocence, the reality is that he remains just another inmate in a system that has proven to be unforgiving for those without the proper resources or influence. Despite his wealth and fame, he is not immune to the harsh realities of life inside MDC Brooklyn. A fall from grace, the future of Diddy's legal battle. As Diddy remains in custody, awaiting his fate, the questions surrounding his case continue to mount. Will the continued media scrutiny and public attention eventually sway the judge to grant him bail, or will he remain behind bars until his trial? The truth may be far more complicated than it appears, but one thing is clear. The story of Diddy's legal troubles is far from over. For now, Diddy's future remains uncertain. His legal team is working hard to secure his release, and with each new development in the case, the tension grows. Will Diddy be able to navigate the intricate web of legal battles and systemic corruption? Or will he ultimately fall victim to the very system that once seemed so far removed from his world of fame and fortune? As the case unfolds, one thing is certain. The saga of Diddy's fall from grace is far from over, and the implications of his legal battles will continue to reverberate for years to come. FBI raid at MDC Brooklyn, a show of force. Recently, the FBI and several federal agencies launched a sweeping raid at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn, where Diddy has been held. This was no ordinary safety check or routine prison inspection. Rather, it appeared to be a massive, coordinated operation, sending shockwaves through the media and among Diddy's team. MDC Brooklyn, already infamous for its overcrowded, dangerous conditions, became a focal point in an investigation that had reached far beyond simple incarceration. In what can only be described as a high-stakes spectacle, the FBI brought in multiple tactical teams, agents, and even K-9 units, meticulously inspecting every corner of the facility. Reports of cell searches, the discovery of contraband, and agents combing through sensitive documents began to emerge, raising eyebrows about the true nature of the raid. The official line from authorities was vague, stating that the operation was a routine procedure. However, insiders have suggested that the timing and scale of the raid cannot be a mere coincidence, considering the high-profile nature of Diddy's case and the allegations he faces. The operation also hinted at something much larger at play. Was it simply a crackdown on illegal activity? Or was it a calculated move tied to the ongoing criminal investigation into Diddy himself? With the public and media focusing on Diddy's legal troubles, the raid could be interpreted as a clear signal that the authorities were keeping a close eye on him and his operations, both within the prison walls and beyond. The allegations and leaked tapes. The hidden truths. While the raid brought the spotlight to MDC Brooklyn, it was not the only event to capture public attention. Behind the closed doors of Hollywood, rumors began to swirl about secret tapes, footage of illicit activities that could potentially change the course of Diddy's legal battle. The existence of these tapes was something many had speculated about for years, but it wasn't until insiders began shopping the videos around that their reality became undeniable. The nature of the tapes remained shrouded in mystery. though sources claimed that they featured interactions with individuals who may not have been aware that they were being filmed. One particular video, allegedly recorded in one of Diddy's Atlanta homes, seemed to corroborate some of the most explosive allegations against him. The individual in the video did not appear to be an active participant in the recording, leading many to believe that this might be the smoking gun that could seal Diddy's fate. In the world of Hollywood, where power dynamics often operate in the shadows, these tapes represent a crucial turning point in Diddy's case. With certain individuals already attempting to sell these tapes to the highest bidder, the implications are enormous. If these tapes contain undeniable proof of illicit activity, they could serve as a critical piece of evidence in both the public and legal battles Diddy faces. Moreover, their existence hints at the larger network of people involved in the events surrounding Diddy, some of whom may have been complicit in his actions. The bail fight, a high-stakes legal battle. As Diddy sits in a Brooklyn detention facility, his legal team has been tirelessly working on securing his release. The stakes of this fight are not just about Diddy's personal freedom. They also touch on the broader issues of justice, the power of influence, and the legal system's handling of wealthy, high-profile figures. Diddy's defense has introduced what has been described as one of the most restrictive bail packages ever seen, offering a life under constant surveillance in exchange for his release. This proposed bail package includes a 24/7 security detail at his luxury residence on Manhattan's Upper East Side, with constant monitoring of every movement Diddy makes. No visitors will be allowed without prior approval, and Diddy's access to the internet and phones will be severely restricted. The defense even promised to foot the bill for all the security measures, amounting to millions of dollars. Despite these assurances, the judge overseeing Diddy's case has rejected the bail proposal, citing concerns about his trustworthiness and risk of evading justice. Prosecutors argue that Diddy's actions behind bars have demonstrated a pattern of manipulation and rule-breaking that cannot be ignored. Allegations have surfaced that Diddy has been using the phone accounts of other inmates to make unauthorized calls and issuing handwritten notes to family members, instructing them to dig up dirt on his accusers. These claims have only fueled concerns that Diddy cannot be trusted to adhere to the stringent conditions of house arrest. The trust factor, manipulation, and power. The legal argument against Diddy's release hinges on a central issue: trust. Prosecutors paint a picture of Diddy as a man capable of manipulating even the most secure systems, using his power and resources to continue his operations, even from within prison walls. The story of his alleged actions behind bars paints a troubling portrait of someone who believes he is above the law, even in the face of serious allegations. While the defense team argues that the Metropolitan Detention Center's inhumane conditions are preventing Diddy from adequately preparing his defense, this argument has not gained much traction in court. The severity of the charges, including allegations of abuse, witness tampering, and coercion, weigh heavily against him. Moreover, judges are often more inclined to prioritize public safety over the comfort or convenience of the accused, particularly when the nature of the allegations involves potential patterns of predatory behavior. The prosecution's case against Diddy is further bolstered by the testimonies of former associates, such as Gene Deal, a former bodyguard who has come forward with explosive claims about Diddy's ability to disappear if necessary. Deal stated that Diddy has access to private jets, offshore accounts, and a network of contacts worldwide that could help him evade the legal system if he wanted to. Whether these claims hold weight remains to be seen.
Now they know that. That's why they ain't giving him bail. They know that. The people who is putting their foot on Diddy's neck, they know, because they put him in that position. I'm trying to tell y'all, Diddy done pissed the wrong people off, and they're gonna make sure that he suffers. This is why he's no bail, because they know that he can flee, period.
A network of contacts worldwide that could help him evade the legal system if he wanted to. Whether these claims hold weight remains to be seen, but they provide yet another reason why prosecutors are so determined to keep Diddy behind bars. The cultural impact, the price of fame and power. Diddy's case is more than just a legal battle. It is also a cultural reckoning. The allegations against him have forced the public to confront the ways in which power, privilege, and celebrity intersect with the justice system. As one of the most influential figures in the entertainment industry, Diddy's name has been synonymous with success, creativity, and entrepreneurship. However, the recent allegations have turned his public image on its head, casting a dark shadow over his legacy. The so-called freak-off parties, which have been a subject of celebrity gossip for years, have now gained a new level of credibility with the emergence of multiple accusers. These events, described as lavish, invite-only gatherings where anything goes, have long been the subject of rumors, but now, with multiple victims coming forward, the truth is harder to ignore. High-profile figures who may have attended these parties are now facing the threat of being implicated in the scandal. Attorney Tony Buzbee, who represents over 120 alleged victims, has warned that those who were present at these parties and failed to speak up may be just as responsible as those who committed the alleged acts. Buzbee's statement has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, where many individuals with connections to Diddy may be facing scrutiny for their involvement or silence. The potential fallout from this case could be far-reaching, affecting not only Diddy, but also those who surrounded him and may have turned a blind eye to the alleged misconduct. The scramble to distance. Celebrities scrub their social media. In the wake of the growing scandal surrounding Sean Diddy Combs, a noticeable shift has taken place in the celebrity world. Whispers have surfaced about A-listers quietly scrubbing their social media accounts of any mention of Diddy, while others have distanced themselves entirely from his orbit. Public relations teams have been working overtime, issuing statements, deleting posts, and urging celebrities to steer clear of getting caught in the web of controversy that is increasingly enveloping the music mogul. Who can blame them? In an age where social media posts are archived forever, the last thing anyone wants is to be associated with the drama surrounding Diddy, especially when the accusations against him are as serious and far-reaching as they are. The pressure to separate. For some, distancing themselves from Diddy is a strategic necessity. With so many individuals in the entertainment industry involved, from his collaborators to his former associates, the fear of being dragged into the mess is palpable. Celebrities often find themselves caught between loyalty to their peers and the desire to protect their own careers. As the allegations mount and the legal proceedings unfold, the pressure to publicly denounce Diddy or, at the very least, sever ties is growing. It's not just about avoiding the scandal itself. It's about preserving one's image in an industry that thrives on perception. However, it's essential to recognize that running from the past does not erase it. Many of these celebrities might not escape the scrutiny entirely. If attorney Tony Buzbee's team has the evidence they claim to have, then the situation could become dire for more people than just Diddy. The legal ramifications could extend far beyond him, implicating anyone who is believed to have turned a blind eye to misconduct or worse, been complicit in it. The truth is, no one in Diddy's orbit can be entirely certain they will avoid the fallout. Legal maneuvers and the battle over privilege. As the legal battle intensifies, one of the most significant issues that could shape the direction of the case is the question of privilege. The judge will ultimately decide whether certain documents related to the case are protected by attorney-client privilege or if they are subject to government scrutiny. If they are not privileged, these documents could become a game-changer, revealing critical information about potential witness tampering, obstruction of justice, or other criminal activities. For Diddy, the stakes are incredibly high. If any of the documents are not only found to be unprotected, but also to contain evidence of witness tampering, the consequences could be severe. Prosecutors could bring forth additional charges, such as obstruction of justice, which would likely result in a superseding indictment. These are the types of charges that could make an already complicated case even more difficult to defend, putting Diddy in a much more precarious position. Despite the looming threat, Diddy's legal team has not remained passive. They have been vocal in pushing back against the accusations, framing the claims as nothing more than sensationalized attempts to capitalize on Diddy's fame and wealth. In one of their most forceful statements, Diddy's attorney, 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦, argued that his client was merely a target due to his success in the entertainment industry. 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦's defense plays into the narrative that powerful individuals like Diddy are often framed by opportunistic accusers looking for a payday. However, this bold defense raises an important question. How much of this is spin, and how much is grounded in the truth? The line between a well-crafted public relations defense and a legitimate argument is often thin, and only time will tell how much of the defense holds up under scrutiny. A battle on multiple fronts: damage control and legal strategy. One of the most fascinating aspects of Diddy's legal predicament is the complex nature of his strategy. While his legal team is focusing on refuting the allegations and clearing his name, they are also working behind the scenes to manage the damage to his public image. This is no simple task, given the scale of the accusations against him. On one hand, Diddy is attempting to navigate the court of law and prove his innocence, but on the other hand, he is engaged in an intense battle for his legacy, knowing that the longer the case drags on, the more tarnished his public persona becomes. Public relations experts have long emphasized the importance of controlling the narrative, particularly when high-profile individuals face legal issues. Diddy's team has been working tirelessly to present him as the victim of a smear campaign. However, their efforts to clear his name are complicated by the release of troubling evidence that continues to emerge. Surveillance footage, for instance, showing an altercation between Diddy and his former partner Cassie, has raised serious concerns. While Diddy's legal team has claimed that the video was taken out of context, the visual evidence remains hard to ignore, and for many, it is a stark reminder of the power dynamics at play in his relationships. In particular, the footage of Diddy and Cassie highlights a troubling pattern of behavior that some believe speaks to a broader issue. Diddy's personal relationships have been under intense scrutiny for years, and this new evidence only intensifies questions about how he may have exerted control or manipulation over those closest to him. While the defense team has been quick to challenge the authenticity of the footage, it's clear that the damage to Diddy's reputation is already significant. A larger conversation: power, privilege, and accountability. However, this case is not just about Diddy. It is about the larger systemic issues that have allowed individuals like him to operate with impunity for so long. The allegations against Diddy have opened Pandora's box, forcing the entertainment industry to confront uncomfortable truths about itself. For decades, the entertainment world has been a breeding ground for abuse of power, with powerful individuals like Diddy able to use their influence and resources to manipulate and intimidate those around them. As more accusers come forward and more details about the so-called freak-off parties surface, it becomes increasingly clear that this case is not just about one individual. It is a microcosm of the broader culture of privilege, power, and silence that has allowed a select few to act above the law. These invite-only gatherings, once shrouded in rumor and gossip, have now become a central focus of the investigation, as more women have bravely come forward to share their stories. The parties, described as lavish and indulgent,
ridiculous,
were often filled with excess, where anything seemingly went, and the lines between consent and coercion became blurred. Many of these women had no idea what they were walking into, and some found themselves trapped in situations where their consent was manipulated or ignored entirely. Attorney Tony Busby, who is representing over 120 alleged victims, has boldly stated that anyone who was at these events and saw something wrong without intervening is just as responsible. His comment about silence not equating to innocence has added fuel to the fire, sending shockwaves through Hollywood. For many, Busby's words are a harsh reminder that complicity comes in many forms, and turning a blind eye to abuse is not a moral get-out-of-jail-free card. The ripple effects of Diddy's case could have far-reaching implications for the entertainment industry as a whole, as it forces Hollywood and its elite to face the realities of systemic abuse. The road ahead. Where do we go from here? As Diddy's case continues to unfold, the tension surrounding his legal battle shows no signs of dissipating. Diddy remains behind bars, and his legal team is fighting an uphill battle to secure his release. With the mounting evidence and the high-profile nature of the case, it's unlikely that the public's interest will wane anytime soon. The court has made it clear that they will not treat Diddy any differently, simply because of his fame and fortune, and with each passing day, the pressure on Diddy intensifies. The question remains, what will happen next? Will Diddy be able to turn the tide in his favor? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of the most iconic figures in modern entertainment? As the case unfolds, it seems that the stakes have never been higher, not just for Diddy, but for the entire entertainment industry. The outcome of this case could reshape the way power, privilege, and accountability are viewed in the public eye, especially when it comes to the treatment of women and the abuse of power by powerful men. For now, the legal and public relations battles continue, and the world watches with bated breath. It's a story that will likely be told for years to come, a cautionary tale about the complexities of fame, power, and the fight for justice.
Cassidy is fine as I don't know what. Golly Moses, look here, man. I ain't got nothing to say, man. Diddy is in jail doing some wild stuff. Now these days, man, there's so much stuff going on. It's time to make a change, and we are the people who can do it. So y'all, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, man. We are hiring new people to check the comments, and everybody is bringing me comments, so we're checking out them comments, baby. So check out the comments, hit up the comments. Y'all take it light, take it slow, tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.